Hello students, welcome back to your computer science class. I am Mrs. Jenny Shah and today I'm going to share with you all three examples of list manipulation. We've done lots of programs before, but just before the examination I thought of doing some live examples with you all. This is the first question where you will accept a list from the user and then you make a program to multiply all the odd elements by 3 and you will divide all the even elements by 2 and then display the final list. Here I have a program ready for you. Number is an empty list over here. Size is a variable in which we are taking integer input from the user, and we prompt the user by asking how many elements do you want to enter. Then we will print enter the string size numbers. So if, for example, the user says 5, so we will tell the user enter 5 numbers. If the input given by the user is 10, then we tell the user enter 10 numbers. Then we use a for loop, again using size as the range function, and then we write for I in the range size, data equals to integer input, whatever input user gives us. And finally, you say number dot append. Append is the inbuilt function that we are using, the list function, to add the element to the list. And then you are printing the actual list given by the user. Now we use another for loop, okay? And this time again, we are passing size as the parameter for the range function. And we are checking that if the index is divisible by 2, that means it is an even number, then we are dividing that particular value. Okay, we are writing number in the space of I equals to the value divided by 2, and we are changing the value in its own place because list is mutable. You can change the value in its own place. Otherwise, we are going to multiply the number by 3, and then again we have the print number function, so we are going to print the final list. Now let's see this. This is the same program here. I'm running the program and showing it to you. Enter 4 numbers. So first my list was 12, 23, 34, 45. And after it went through my manipulation program over here, my list became 6.0, 69, 17.0, 135. Like you can see now, real numbers are part of a new list. I have, in my new list, we have used division over here. So instead of this division, if I use floor division, then you can see the difference. Let's put the number 4. And let's see the numbers. See, now we don't have any real numbers. We have no real numbers here. We have only full numbers because I changed this to floor division. When this was division, we had all the real numbers also. Okay, so this was the first example where you saw we took a list from the user, we manipulated it. These are the kind of questions that can come in your examination. Next question. Write a program that counts the number of words in a sentence. In this, I've taken text, which is a variable. When I'm taking a string from the user, okay, I'm not using any typecasting here. We are not converting the values we get from the user because we want a string. Then I'm going to convert that string into a list of words. And for this, we have an inbuilt program that we had learned during the string manipulation chapter, that was split. So I'm using another variable here, words, which will store a list of words. And I'm using text, which was my variable to hold this user customized string. And I'm converting it using the split function. Then finally, I'm going to count the length of words. Okay. And I am going to display the number of words as number of words are and string dot, a string in the bracket, count. Count how many string is there. So this works. Let's look at the working of this program now. Write a program that counts the number of words in a sentence. Let's run it. So I'm entering a string, counting words in a sentence. The number of words are 5. Okay, so this works very, very well. Okay, so what I did is I have saved the length of this list in the word count, and then I'm converting count into string and displaying it. All right. Okay, let's look at the next question. This question can come in different forms. Here we are, we've been asked to count the number of words in a sentence. You can also be asked to count the minimum or the maximum, which is the minimum substring, maximum substring of a sentence, the number of capital letters in a sentence, number of small case letters in a sentence, number of consonants in a sentence, number of vowels in a sentence. And we have done this statistics question from the textbook itself during the string manipulation. So you must remember that and then apply the techniques the way you all feel comfortable. Next question is, this is a very interesting question. There's a matrix. Matrix is a rectangular array of numbers. So what we have to do is we have to write a program to input and display a matrix of size m into n, where m is the number of rows and n is the number of columns of the matrix. Okay, so for example, if we have to make a matrix of size 3 into 4, it should display like this. Okay, so for this program, again, we have taken two variables, row and column. In row, we take the number of rows we take from the user, number of columns we take from the user, and then matrix is an empty list. Okay, now enter values in a matrix, and this is a 2D list. We have done a 2D list. So this is a 2D list, and I am writing for I in the range row, data is the empty list. For j in the column range column, data dot append integer input. So whatever user gives me, automatically I'm adding it using the append function. If you remember, over here we did this in 2 lines here, these 2 lines here. Okay, these 2 lines have been done in 1 line over here by saying data dot append integer input. So we'll take an input from the user, we will add it to the row, and finally you are adding this row, you're appending the data to the matrix, and we'll keep doing this for every row. Okay, so this same function we are doing it all over again over here. Okay, but this time we are printing it. Okay, let's see this function. Let's see this. Let's run it and see this program live. Enter number of rows, let's say 3, number of columns 4, and then I am adding values. And you can see I have printed the numbers in the matrix format on the screen while I took the numbers from the user. Okay, so this is how you will practice programs. These programs are given in your textbooks, so please go through them and practice them. Okay, with these children, I end today's class. Stay home, stay safe, take care, keep learning. Thank you.